Hey yo guys, happy Friday. Good to see you once again. Sorry, I'm having all kinds of technical issues here. Started with a practical problem of one of my buddies on beautiful paintings falling down. And knocking out the Wi-Fi router and the modem. Just knocking the plug straight out of the wall. So we're off to a great start, folks. Sorry about that. In fact, I just realized I don't yet have soundboard stuff. Still working on that. Love to get in and hit you guys with some sounds, but that one's not working either. Anyway, that's okay. Maybe this is a pure gaming session, which would be appropriate because we're trying to beat this game. We're working on Mario 64. I've got 9 stars remaining, and looks like everything is conspiring. The universe is conspiring to keep us from our goal today, but we're still going to give it a shot. Going to give it our darndest. Ah, geez Louise. It's been a frustrating afternoon. Had a lot of trouble prepping for this one. So I had to start from scratch with the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge, this space here, which was, like I said earlier, was just one giant air mattress for the last week. All right, Mario's taking a nap. Let me adjust one thing and I'll be ready. He's back. Hey, Chico, what's up, man? Welcome. Sorry for the issues. Gosh darn. Having some trouble today. I really wish I could get some... There they are. Perfect. All right, the sound effects are working. Okay. Hey, well, thanks, dude. Thanks for even popping by. Thanks for... you've been with us on this Mario 64 journey. So, yeah, man, I'm really glad I get to see your avatar here. Hopefully on the last one. Maybe not. We might squeeze one more out of it, but yeah. It was great, man. Thank you. It was really good. It was a very different... Thanks, dude. Yeah, thanks. I need all the help I can get on that 120. But yeah, it was a very different week because, you know, our place was so crowded and I really just spent all the time kind of like hanging with family or going somewhere with them. And yeah, not a lot of time on the phone, you know, not any time at all on the Discord, you know. It was a good little reset, honestly, that I think I needed, and yeah, feels good to be back. I hope you're doing well, man. I know you can't stay for too long, so gotta go ahead and get that in there. I hope you're doing well, man. It's been a good week and getting the weekend started okay. Hey, we have 9 stars left, and I'm worried about this. I think most of them are in Rainbow Road. I guess it makes sense that 7 of them would be there, but the other... Well, wait a minute. I guess I just figured it out then. If the... Oh, no shit. There's only 1 star, though, in the final Bowser level. So that means we're still missing one. So I guess if we get all the ones from Rainbow Ride... We're still... Oh... Is that, let's see. Oh, right. Yep. Great. All right, we still got our favorite island. What is it? What is it in the English? Welcome, Tater. Yeah, we're back, man. We're back. We're live. All right, so Rainbow Road is the level we have most of our remaining stars left on. I believe that that one's up here, right? There's like the other one is that like there you go, Mario. Is this the Rainbow Ride? I had my little nephew staying in here and niece as well. I'm like looking down I'm like, man, I feel like a one of them gave one of these, one of the knobs on the Focusrite here a little twist or something. But you know, hey, that's the thing, man. I've got some gaming stories for you guys. I'll just have to kind of get to them over time. I'm still sort of processing. If anything, I'm still processing the ride home from LAX, which is always a little traumatic. But yeah, there were some good ones, man. I will say today we got a little Mario Kart in. I had to make it a very little Mario Kart because I was getting ready to drive everybody to the airport, but my wife subbed in, and yeah, it was my nephew and me and then my wife subbing in for. Actually, she played. Ended up they did a whole GP, I think. Did a mushroom cup, you know. But love that. But yeah, it was cool. It was funny. One of the things, you guys might hear some of these stories repeated as I try to like flesh them out a little bit better. But my nephew, one of the things he had going this week was he got a little on the iPad a couple times. You know, Uncle Ben was sort of looking back a couple times and seeing that iPad out, and what are you playing? And you know, he mentioned the name of it, but it's half because he's pretty soft-spoken and half because well, you know, I don't know, I'm just like well, I don't know, I won't say it's half anything else, but yeah, I really just didn't hear him, and I think I asked him a couple times and felt bad about asking a third time, so I was just like, oh yeah, you know, that game. But yeah, he was on that iPad a lot, man, playing this game that was like a it's funny because I was like, oh, this looks cool. I was like, if you like this stuff, have you ever played anything like StarCraft or Warcraft? You ever played anything tactics or real-time strategy? You know, that's what this really reminds me of. And he's like, eventually I heard him use that phrase, tower defense, which it took me a second to realize that that's what was going on with this game, because it was waves. I'll say like let's see. About to be still very young, still quite young, but about to go into middle school. So yeah, it's funny, man, because I noticed that the game he's playing, it has these waves, and he's doing some kind of like sandbox thing. He's playing some like sandbox tower defense game that very much looked like, again, it looked like when I see you guys playing a little RTS or something, playing some StarCraft, but it just was like, you know, it was consecutive waves that get harder and harder, and I guess he was playing, for most of the time, playing in this like sandbox mode to really just have fun and see if he could zap like 1,000 enemies at a time and stuff. But yeah, I was like, hey, you know, man, you'll have to try some of these. I was really trying to push some real-time strategy because I noticed, I was like, the fundamental elements are all right there. Like, you know, building out a base, you know, exploring territory, moving units around on a field, upgrading them, mining, all that stuff was in place.
I'm your Uncle Buck.
It was all right there. Oh my God. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this at all, but I dropped my phone. There's been a couple great comments too that I'm missing because I'm just ranting here. But yeah, sorry. Phone in 1 second. Ichigo said my nephews were playing such junk on their iPads. I was like, these kids need Mega Man. I know, man. I had those moments too. I felt like I was, and I wasn't always trying to like sub in the old game or the retro game. Sure, maybe most of the time I was like, hey, if you like this, you would like that. But you know, I knew some of the franchises are still going, and it's more like, hey, if you like this game that you're playing here, like, Play something cooler, you know? Get Tater thought the core of StarCraft 2 was self-loathing. Well, that'll be perfect for a kid about to go into middle school, I guess, right? Perfect timing. I dropped my phone. I dropped my phone on top of all this yesterday and all the excitement, hanging out with the family. I dropped it right outside my front door. And I'm looking at folders of sound effects. And it's like, I'm getting some total double vision, like looking down at this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it for much longer. It looks worse than when I started the stream. But yeah, I think, you know what? I made a joke about going to pick up a phone on the way home to my wife because I realized, okay, I've got to drive the fam to the airport. You know, I'd like to have my phone for navigation just because, like, I know a couple of ways, but what if... those are gone. What if the couple of ways I know are, you know, really congested right now? What am I going to do, right? So let me take your phone just in case. You keep this crappy one that still works, even if you can't always touch everything on the screen and then sometimes doesn't work. I made the joke like, oh yeah, maybe when I'm on the way home, I'll stop by this mall and get a phone. And I saw a text come through when I was driving, and I didn't even check it in the moment because I was so busy on the way back home that I was like, I had missed it when it first came through, so I was like seeing it as it disappeared. My wife was doing probably more than a hint at this point, was saying like, I wouldn't be mad if you bought a phone on your way home. Like, hey, I wouldn't be really mad if you stopped by the that mall and got yourself a phone. And she's I think like some of you guys, I know Ichigo, you've been there, we've had the outdated phones. And I don't know if your spouse has been getting on to you about it, but yeah, I think it's ultimately what I need to hear because this phone is garbage at this point. So when she was telling me I needed to upgrade this thing, get rid of it, whatever, that was what I needed to hear. Now I've nearly totaled the phone, so I think this may finally be the thing that gets me out of this old phone. This prison of my own choosing at this point. Can't blame anybody else. Oh. Wow, okay. Staying alive. I love this music too. That's just the happy outcome, yeah. Ichigo, yeah, man. I've been getting it from the wife. Gotta upgrade and she's right. She's absolutely right. Well, now the screen looks slightly better than what the glitches it was doing a second ago, so...
Give me a hell yeah!
Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing in this level. I'm really just running on adrenaline here, so... I do see a star over there. I see a star over there. Hey, thanks Ichigo. Thanks for hanging, man. And yeah, hope you have a good weekend, buddy. See if we can finish this game. I don't know. Yeah, adios. Okay, you know what? I don't know if this is going to work because everything freaked out right before I started, but oh, it was beginning. Okay, there it is. Never mind. Popping up right now is this website that I use, themushroomkingdom.net, and it's got a pretty sweet quick breakdown here for translations since we're playing the Shindo version, the Japanese Rumble Pack version of this game. We've got some Japanese titles we gotta work through. So we are on course 15, Niji o Wataru Fune. Ship crossing the rainbow. Cruiser crossing the rainbow. Oh, this is, yeah, course 15, right? That's our first one. That's the one that we're on. In fact, I see it right here. Sorry. Here it is. Niji. No, that's the one. I'd have too many windows right now. Niji o wataru fune. And then, what does that mean? Well, let's see. Just because I can read the letters doesn't mean I know what it means. Ship crossing the rainbow is the name of this level. Or cruiser crossing the rainbow as the localization. I love the differences between the direct translations and the localizations here. Sky Mansion, big house in the sky. The big house in the sky does, I gotta admittedly, make me think of heaven.
Give me a hell yeah!
Coins amassed in a maze versus maze buildings, red coins. Maze buildings. Huge swing cutting the wind, swinging in the breeze. Sky Athletic versus tricky triangles. Rainbow's faraway island versus somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, I see. I am using the cursor over the wrong thing, so it looks like... Yeah, anyway. Ship crossing the rainbow. Here we go. Woo! Didn't I, came down through this part earlier, yeah. Okay. So, how do we get to our ship? Let's just ride the rainbow for a bit, I suppose. Didn't we took off from that one. I love this game. Well, hopefully we can get this one done, but I'm getting such a late start. We'll see. Anybody got any plans for the weekend? I'm gonna be resting a bit. I'm really tired. I was actually sleeping okay, even with all the family here, up until the last couple of days, and then it just, yeah, it got a little worse after that. A little harder to sleep. So, kind of running on E. I'm looking forward to some rest and just, you know, kind of getting everything in the house looking good again. Putting stuff back in their right place. Gotta get back on this thing. No! Just like that.
You dumb son of a... Mamma mia!
Oh, I love that angle. I love the angle that the camera was at from behind this thing as it dumped us out. It was pretty sweet. All right, Rainbow Ride. Oh yeah, it's Rainbow Cruise in Japanese, the name of the course. Rainbow Cruise.
Oh my god!
Hey, Sir Martin, welcome. Sir Martin's gonna buy a new bicycle. Oh, cool. Have you got your eyes on anything, or are you yeah, responding to an ad you saw? I'm just gonna kind of go and get a... All I know is I need a bike. I'm getting a bike. That's exciting. Man, I'm really looking forward to getting on my bike again. I have done very little bicycling. I don't, at least, I should say, like, since I moved here, the last couple cities I lived in were really bike friendly. and had the infrastructure for it, and drivers who were at least aware of it and not just like, ah, get out of the road. At least, you know, every driver thinking that, you know, only the occasional one. But yeah, I haven't felt as comfortable. I did it a little bit when I first got here, and the circumstances were a little bit better for it, as I was visiting some friends that were, you know, just like a mile and a half away or something, like a perfect distance for a quick bike ride. Something that takes a lot longer by foot, but, you know, quick bike ride, maybe 2 miles. But yeah, it was even that was a hectic too much. I think it was I think I'm giving it too much credit by saying 2 miles here. But yeah, ever since then though, I just haven't felt as safe. We did move. Not that far from our original spot, but it's way more congested. Some really, oh shit, some really busy intersections. That's sweet. Company called Bike Friday hand makes bikes in Oregon. Oh, be careful. Oh, that's cool. Hey, you know, and of course, you know, I don't want to, oh crap. I would, I'm willing to, even just hearing that it's a bike company from Oregon, I'm not going to just like instantly throw my money at them, but I feel like that's a little cred right there. You know, that's, if you're able to, if you're able to stay afloat for a while and you've got a decent reputation and you're a bike company from Oregon, I'm like, okay, all right, that's a state that loves a good old bike. Yeah, I would do it more, but yeah, it's frustrating because I have been, oh, be careful. I have, oh, here we are. I have biked in places that were better, and I know what it feels like, you know, and I've the last place that I lived in, not only was like it was just like on a grid, and you could just bike. If you lived there, you could easily like bike to parts of downtown, etc., midtown, so on and so forth. There were all kinds of lanes, many of which, like they started putting in those lanes that you're like even separated from the car traffic. There's like nothing's ever perfect, but there's a line of cars that parks, and then the bike lane goes and wraps between them and the sidewalk. A lot safer because you know, they're not like out in the middle of the street for most of the, you know, you get a lane that's just bike traffic and a protected barrier of some parked cars. But then there was also this huge, like, there we go, you know, like 50-mile bike, you know, just like really long bike trail that almost all of that was no cars, the occasional intersection, but you have to go a really good distance to even get to the first like intersection with the car. And it was just so cool I would do that for exercise, especially once I got a little injured at one point. I was having trouble running, but I found that I was okay on a bike, and I would just get out there and bring a couple bottles of water, bring my huge, well, at this point, I've upped my bottle game, but, well, yeah, just, you know, get out and ride it was such good exercise, and it didn't even always feel like exercise. You're just having a good time. You're outside. That's cool. So the nice long reputation. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I've got a little, back in college, a buddy put together a little Franken bike. I knew some guys who just, it was funny because I was telling a story the other day of a guy that on a Friday night, or big party, big college party, he busted out a Sega Master System. That was my first time seeing it. Well, at that same place, they they would like build bikes and stuff. They just like had at their apartment, just like bike parts everywhere. You know the type, you know. Grease, bike parts everywhere, and you know, smelled of dank cigarettes, stanky cigarettes, and stale beer. Well, it wasn't them, but it was one of their good friends, a good buddy of mine who put together a little Franken bike for me, and it's just a single speed, little single speed number, road bike, nice skinny tires, and just like a really, I had played around on a bike as a kid, never doing anything like really never, not even using it much for like, you know, I'm not even really going like mountain biking or anything. It was mostly just using it for going up and down the hill to see friends that I live near and stuff. The occasional bunny hop, you know, that was about it. I didn't really know much about bikes or anything, and then, yeah, I got this bike, and I couldn't use it for several years, and then I felt guilty about it, because I had been like, oh yeah, man, I'll take it. We were just about to move at that point, and I thought I would be using it sooner. And I let it sit for a few years, but then I finally was like, man, I need to just get this thing tuned up and check it out. And I fell in love with it. I was like, this is awesome. It feels so cool, and it goes about as fast as I want it to, you know, like as fast as I want to pedal it. All right, we're 1 star down. I saw a bunch of red coins over here. I think maybe that's where all of them are, but I don't know.
Video game trauma.
Well, I hope you like your new bike, man. Yeah. That's exciting. And if you enjoy bicycling, it's worth, you know, putting some money into it too. It's also something that's it's got to feel good, because you're out on the road with it, or you know, wherever you're going with it. It's to an extent, you know, your life is in its hands, you know. It's like, oh shit, I better go cancel that order now. I don't want to hear that. No, yeah, you know, like it's like spending money on a decent mattress, you know. It's something that you sleep on every night, and it's very important. Spending money on maybe not always going for the discount tires for your car or bike. There's a lot on the line. Yeah, that whole thing about the mattress I was saying, I don't take that as my own advice on that. I've got a terrible mattress in need of replacement. Man, we gotta start changing the way we live and eat, man. The mattresses we sleep on. The bikes we ride. I love how far he can just... It's a little bit harder to do the sounds, unfortunately.
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
I broke this, broke my phone the other day. Yesterday, I actually dropped it. Really good. And it's not looking as ghost as like triple vision as it has at some points recently, so I'm thankful for that. Although it doesn't register like half the touches I'm doing, so that sucks.
Wow, man, freaked out.
DD Mega doo-doo.
Gotta get this thing plugged in. Thank you.
I tend to get bogged down in anxiety.
Okay. I like that. How about another one of those? Yeah, well, you know, it's possible that I'm gonna be. Well, it's not possible. I'm considering that when it comes to the next move I make. I really want it to be a little more bike friendly because, yeah, man, I feel like it was good for the soul. Getting out there, and it goes right alongside what I get out of running, which just like being outside, getting some cardio, having a little sunshine, you know? I ain't going on a bike ride now. There's also a sense of freedom that comes from a bike that you really don't get from a car. Like, especially the first time you have to put your bike somewhere weird or, you know, like... There you go, Mario. Or you realize, like, hey, I can just ride it through this alley that a car couldn't fit down, or whatever, you know, I can... I can bring it right up to the building I want to go to, and, yeah, shoot, maybe you gotta lock it up right in front anyway, just so you can keep an eye on it, but... Let's go back in. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. I'm glad you guys are here. We're 2 stars down, 7 to go. What's the name of this one? Konko no Oyashiki. I think that's what I'm saying. Let's consult our handy guide from the mushroomkingdom.net. This is, yeah, course 15. Konko. Isn't that what I was saying? Oh, wait, Tenko. Sorry. Oh, no, yeah, sorry. Let me show you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to reread it myself now. Tenku. Okay, yeah, I missed that. Tenku no Oyashiki. Sky Mansion, or Big House in the Sky. The North American localization. My throat's all sore today. Wait. Half a second of focus, please. Skyman, yeah, all right. There we go. Oh, how was it? Did you like it, Sir Martin? They can be really comfortable if you get the right one in the right situation. You know, I think they can be really comfy. All right, Big House in the Sky. Where is our Big House in the Sky? Whoops, lucky two. Lucky two. Coming for you. Where's our Big House? Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. I was getting, so we got the red coin one. That's good. We're looking for our Big House. It's a big, big house. Man, yeah, we gotta get a new mattress sometime soon. It's killing me. It is a good space saver for sure, yeah. Part of the reason why I think we sleep so bad too is also just the situation in this apartment where, like, you know, ideally I would keep my windows open, you know, with the screen and stuff just a little bit to let some air come in, but it's just kind of tough when, like, I don't know, it's so loud So noisy and bright. I mean, I wear an eye mask and we use white noise to do everything we can, but... Saved by the jump. Ready for another carpet ride. You know, and when you have such a small space, you have to get creative about some things. It's really easy to fill up a small apartment like that. If you just, you know, like...
I'm gonna give you 55th Street.
What's up, Sid? Welcome. Like, you know, if you just start to furnish it with just your regular stuff, or you move from something bigger to something smaller, and you see how quickly just you know... Oh, this dresser versus this dresser, or this chair versus that chair. How much space, you know, is taken up, and oh yeah, you really have to think differently. How are you, Sid? Happy Friday, man. It does. And then when you're moving, you're like, I don't know. I get that feeling of like, what am I doing with my life? How did I acquire all this stuff? And furthermore, why do I still have it? And then there's that point when I'm like, just ready to get the hell, like I'm ready to just end in the move. I'm ready to get the hell out of there, honestly. And I'm looking around at stuff that needs to get packed up, and I'm like, nah. Where can we drop? Is there a donation drop off somewhere? I need to free myself of these physical possessions. Oh, that's great, Sid. Yeah. Well, you know, I guess bittersweet. Sorry, the first part there's bad, but it sounds like your...
Let's go!
Breakthrough's pretty sweet. That's always welcome. Speaking of always welcome, what's up, Savage? How are you, man? Happy Friday. Oh, God. How you guys doing? Come on in. Yeah, Sid, when I'm like just about fully moved, I'm like, everything must go. It's like I turn into a monk or something, man. It's like I'm just surrounded by all these worldly possessions, and it's all shit. Mario? I don't know if I can get another carpet. I don't know if I can get another carpet to replace that one. It really tied the room together. The castle in the sky. I think they put a warp point somewhere in here, just in case. I think we found it one time. I was surprised because I was like I was about to. I think it's like, yeah, isn't it at the end of this? Maybe not. Okay, well, false memory. Okay. Any way that I can still survive? Could go over there. What is that over there? Hello. Nice. It does, Sid. Yeah, when you're moving and you're especially if you're having to downsize or go into a smaller apartment, you know, it's Okay, well, at least I think we can fall down here and continue our journey, I believe. You know, give it another shot at least. We might screw up and beat this game tonight. Oh God. I broke my phone yesterday. I dropped it really good, and sometimes when I go to unlock it, I get the worst, like, triplicate, you know, just it's crazy. Just the smears and streaks on this thing. I don't understand what's going on with this phone. Yeah, I know, Savage. My wife was trying to tell me for such a long time I needed a new phone, and I think I couldn't see her reaction when I dropped it, but she was probably over there smiling. It's time for an upgrade. We went this way earlier, didn't we? Yeah, we're going to the ship. We want to go to the house. Okay. Wow, all right, we survived. Very nice. We did. So, yeah, totally, Sid. She's over there. Yeah. Did you ever hear of the discounts on iPhone 15s? Dude, exactly, Sid, yeah. She's right, you know, she's right. I gotta say it. All right, so this big house, how was I on my way there earlier? I guess. Oh yeah, you come to a crossroads, I think. You must choose one carpet or the other, and I think I've been keeping it kind of samey. Really trying to work my way back to the sound effects, but that's having some trouble with it on this cracked screen. It's not looking good. Oh. Okay.
What's to change?
Mario's doing some crazy stuff. Okay, so there's a pole there. We want to go right, though, I believe, this time. I think that's the deal. Okay. Try it again. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm just a little... I feel like I've been saying this for like the last year. It's been chronic sinus stuff. So give me just 1 second. BRB.
No, man.
Okay. Well, had a great week. I really missed you guys. I had my family in. I'll be telling some stories over the course of the next couple of days as I process it, but yeah, I got to see it. Some family, they were all staying here in this tiny little apartment, and honestly, it's like everybody did great. Nobody got angry, nobody... Whoops. You know, bringing the family back together can, in some cases, it can be a touchy affair, right? But yeah, this was really good. Yeah. Well, I got to see a sibling and some a niece and nephew, so it was pretty sweet. Didn't get to see Papa Parv this time, but yeah, had the sibling and the kids out, and that was nice because I don't get to spend a whole lot of time with them, and you know, when I go back home, I'm split between a lot of places, you know. And now everybody lives, you know, it doesn't help that if my parents are oopsie. Right, that's like 2 households to go to. And then, yeah, between that and my big sis, everybody's all spread out when I'm back home. They're in the same, you know, the same, like, drivable distance. But it's enough to be like, oh, not make, you know, coordination that easy. So, yeah, man, it feels good whenever I get to spend some extended time with people. And it was nice having the kids come out here, too. You know, they're used to, like, a much different life. I didn't grow up with the big city. I didn't grow up with any big city experience, I can say that. And I'm proud of the kids, man. They did well, you know, way out of their comfort zone. All right, that's about the 3rd time I've missed that jump. Let's get it this time. Also, we talked a little bit about gaming too, because you know, they both do like to game, and there's some funny stuff with that. Like I mentioned earlier, my nephew was playing this game that looked like a real-time strategy game, and then I realized, like, oh, it's sending like wave after wave at him, and he even said himself, like, oh yeah, it's a tower defense game, and I heard his mom say, like, oh, that's my favorite. Or that's his favorite type of games, or one of his favorites, you know. And I was like, oh man, and buddy, if you like this stuff, you'd love something like StarCraft, or, you know, a game, you know, some tactics game, or other strategy RPG, or you know, real-time strategy, RTS. You know, trying to push the quality stuff, you know, get the kids away from the bad app games. Yeah. Sid asked, what was a big culture shock for me? You know, one of the first ones was, you know, there's, this isn't even really like a culture shock sounds intense, but this is a very light thing. It was just something I wasn't accustomed to, was like having not spent a whole lot of time in big cities. I did, oopsie. I first visited California when I was about like 19, or I think I was 19 at the time. And at that point, I hadn't really been, I don't even know if I'd been to Tokyo at that point. But I remember going to a mall as one of the like, just someone had to go pick something up that I was with, and woo, get on that thing. Oh God. And we went to a mall, and I went to use the bathroom, and I just noticed how everything in the bathroom was razored or sticker tagged or drawn on with Sharpie. Pretty much every surface that was reachable, you know, so inside the bathroom stall, on the toilet paper thing, on the mirror, you know, so on and so forth. And that's kind of just like that's a pretty common thing in a lot of bigger cities, you know, to have, you know, go to a place and the bathroom looks like some like punk flop house or something, you know, punk rock with all love. Yeah. I think that it was that, and like the amount of tags, and especially like sticker tags and stuff, that I was just like, wait, what? I just hadn't really, you know, you don't see that growing up in, you know, growing up in North Alabama. You don't see a whole lot of, at least at that time, you know, it's more ubiquitous now, but you'd have to go to one or two, you'd have to go to very specific places for that, versus it being like, you know, every bathroom that exists outside of someone's house, you know. I think there was that. I think also, like, I really have met some people who in my time in California, I have met some folks who really truly actually have a level of chill that I can only access when I'm like, let me see what this one, no, we'll check it in a second. I can only access when I'm like, you know, at my best. And not even as a put on, like, you know, there's a lot of folks, there are a lot of folks who like, you know, are big into, you know, just a smorgasbord of like, new age kind of stuff. And, but then some of those folks, when you talk to them, it's like they're the most like anxious people you've ever known, or, you know, there's no rule on this, but like, you know, the type, the one that's like always talking about, chakras and meditation and so on and so forth. But like, they're very clearly like, just not like, they don't have a real, you know, there's not a calm to them. It's almost just like something they jumped into, or you know, hey, this is a thing I can nerd out about now, and I'm, you know, or they're sort of faking being chill, you know. Well, I'll just say you meet some folks who I have met some people who it's like, no, you know, like you just meeting someone occasionally, like especially in a beach community or something, who has lived like the beach life for a while, which was, you know, getting up, going surfing in the morning or whatever, you're spending a lot of time out on the beach or around it, whatever, and working whatever job they can, whatever menial job they can get to just help them keep doing that, you know, and just help them live a very simple life. And I've met some folks who are like, it's funny, right? It's just, it's such a different thing, you know, that I'm having trouble describing it, but there's a level of like, I'll just say I didn't meet characters like, you know, the dude, you know, that often until, and even he's got his own hang-ups and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just say that the California, Sir Martin, thank you so much for hanging. This was cool. I hope you have a good night, and yeah, hope you love that bike. Good luck. Yeah, anyway. I think a culture shock of coming to the state of California was also just like how diverse it is in geography. And so I guess what I mean by that is, you know, when I would see stuff about California as a kid, it did mostly revolve around the beach. Like it revolved around oceans, or, you know, concrete jungle of LA, or I'm seeing a shot of like the Golden Gate Park or something. You know, it was the biggest cities. It was biggest cities or like beach, you know, some pastiche of the Beach Boys or something. That's sort of what it felt like, and I think the image that is sometimes projected. Oh, and then it's like, of course, then there's also like, okay, the gangster rap, you know, like there's that side that is well known, you know, and come on, everybody loves when It Was a Good Day comes on. But what I didn't realize was just like, yeah, how well, first off, just how big the mountains were. I didn't realize that Southern California is hemmed in by these really big mountains, like how much nature is there as well, including very rugged stuff that does get quite rugged, and at a very high elevation too. I don't think I knew the level of like, you know, like sort of winter sports and stuff, and how big of a thing that can be, and how that's its own set of cultures as well. like ski bums and folks that would live in a town like Mammoth or Tahoe or Big Bear or something, and just like, yeah, again, sometimes take a menial job just so they can ski or snowboard or whatever. Like those are types of, that's like ways of living and just like hanging out outside that I just did not get as a kid, you know. And it's, you know, it's it's in the foothills. Well, the northern part is in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, so you do get some hills and stuff, but and then there is a coastline in Alabama. Some people don't know this; they think it's entirely landlocked. But it does have a little bit of coastline down in the south of the state. With that being said, we weren't anywhere near, you know, the ocean or beach or anything, so growing up, so it just, that felt like a different world, you know. Yeah. I think that was a big one for me, like you know, also just like how beautiful like the coastal mountain range can be and stuff, you know, going all the way up the west coast, just this, it's like beach and then it's like a huge mountain range, you know, just a little east of that, sometimes pretty much right up to the water in some parts of the coast, you know. And it's just how beautiful, you know, going on hikes and stuff it's been. Amount of natural beauty. Yeah, Sid, yep. A lot of Alabamians, if they're going to go to the beach, they don't already live by it, you know. Most of the folks I would hear would talk about going to, they just go further into Florida, like something like Panama City Beach or Destin, or, you know. Those were the big, like, spring break places. Spring break or mission trip. Best of both worlds. Sometimes coinciding. So let's work our way over here. I haven't done anything on this side, huh? I see a star right there. This level's kind of sweet because I actually appreciate how like open this level is, that you can see these stars from a great distance, even if you, maybe all the level doesn't load in, doesn't all, some of the draw distances leave a little bit to be desired, but it gives you kind of get a feel for, okay, well, let me just start heading in that direction. I see a star, let me go conquer the puzzle that would earn me that star. This looks crazy. I think, Sid, one thing that was definitely culture shock was like people's fitness and like fashion sense in the big cities here. I think that was something that's like, man, you know, whoop. And I'll have whenever family comes to visit, sometimes we'll drive around and I'll hear one of them say something like, everybody is just like looks super fit, or everybody looks hot, you know, like and of course that'll be like a specific neighborhood or something, you know, like there's many of us regular folks there too, but yeah, there are kind of different standards on, I won't say it's not everywhere, but I do think that something like fitness is a little more pushed, just, you know. I do meet a lot of folks who are really into stuff like hiking and, you know, outdoor stuff, ultra marathon runners and whatnot, you know, just the type who really just love getting out and staying out for a long time. Yeah, well, yeah, it's just interesting. I mean, you know, one thing I notice when I go back home is, and so I'm speaking in generalities, but of course, please understand, like, I'm just like, you know, there's always exceptions and there's always many people who would be exceptions to the rule. I'm not trying to say everyone does this. Everyone in LA is hot. You know, but we're just talking about the average being a little higher, or the mean. Oh yeah. But yeah, I had a point, and then I needed to concentrate on getting Mario platformed. I think, like, also one thing that's a bit culture shocky is folks of an older age, like, dressing a little bit. Well, I guess I'll put it this way, like, back home it felt as if most men, first off, like, you know, in North Alabama, like, not exactly known as like a, you know, super style destination or fashion. I don't really greatly care about fashion. I really didn't care about it at all when I was a kid and into being a teen and stuff. But then I did have that sort of point where I was like, you know what, actually, if I find things that I really like and I think that I look good in them, it changes the way I kind of carry myself a little bit, and it brings more of myself out. And if I feel comfortable in the clothes I'm wearing, I can feel free to be myself, essentially. And so I started, you know, to put a little bit of thought into something being kind of form-fitting, or, you know, or having something that, you know, with some cool colors in it. I mean, for me, I like color often, you know. I'll put some bright red into the world as I show you a mostly white shirt. But when I go back home, I really feel like there are fewer guys that are considering that kind of thing. Like, even what feels comfortable, or like trying to find something that may, you know, like giving a half an ear out to fashion, mostly just like out of, hey, I want to feel good and feel good about the way I look, you know. Not letting it take over, making every decision based on it, but giving an eye to it every now and then. I see less of that, and I also see guys, like, when they get to a certain age, it just kind of like, it just becomes like khakis and a shirt, and then that's like all you do, and you just kind of like, and that age tends to be younger than the age at which people kind of like, sort of, I don't know, what can we call this, like,
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
hey, Rhodes, welcome. Yeah, I don't know what you'd call it. Thank you for the sub, man. Thanks for keeping that thing rolling. But yeah, like let's say, like, when you go full, you know, I don't know. I feel like there's a point back home, like when you reach, maybe it's just having kids, which is they tend to have them younger back there, or it's, I think it's also just like when they go to work, their dress standards are different and stuff. So it's like, oftentimes you'll go out and, yeah, it's like when guys hit their, they never cared about anything regarding that stuff before, and then they hit a certain age, and then it's just kind of like khakis and a polo, and none of it fits, none of it looks good, or even like for that stuff, they're not doing it right, and it's like everybody just looks sloppy. And it's funny because you'll see a total mismatch between the guys and the women often, like in a couple or something, with the woman clearly having, you know, and I don't say this as a negative, but like having put some thought into, like, hey, I want to look cute tonight, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to wear that. And then the guy's just like, just rolling up, like, you know, looking sloppy as shit. And like, it's a total mismatch between the two of them. It doesn't matter. Fashion doesn't matter, you know, but there's a level of effort that is different, I think. And that there was some culture shock to that. I think, for me. Seeing older people dress a little, like, nicer, you know, instead of just, like, kind of completely going, like, boomer mode instantly, you know? Where does the time go? That's what I've been asking, man.
How many hours of my life have I wasted playing this fucking piece of shit goddamn game?
You know what? We need to get over to where those pyramids are. That's one way to do it. How do I get over there? I hope you've had a good week and a decent Friday so far, Rotes. It's good to see you, man. Wrapping up a week with the family. Ugh. Trying to screw my head on. Yeah, thanks, dude. Today was rough. And then I had it rolling, and it I had this, my buddy's painting. I tried to prop it up to be in the background of one of these shots, and I was like 5 minutes into my stream, and it fell down and knocked the router and modem, just knocked him out of the wall socket. Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, man. Got a stream in. Nice. What were you playing? Where is it we gotta go? We need to... Oh, it's like where the pyramids are. Oh, not on a stream when you're around. Yeah. Oh, you are, man. You could do it. It makes me think of like yeah, like whenever there's a big music festival and people will be like, oh, is this artist going to play somewhere else nearby? And no, it's a radius clause. It's in their contract. They're not going to be able to play any shows nearby. None of you guys can stream while I'm streaming. It's part of the contract. Let's get ourselves down there. That's a long way. I think it... let's work our way back this way. I gotta look up AoE 4. You might have told me before. I'm not I don't want to sit here and we're like, oh yeah, man. AoE 4. Age of Empires. Cool. Of course. I've always wanted to play these. I'm trying to get my little nephew to do a real-time strategy. You know, he was... play something RTS. He was really into this, like, tower defense game he had that was essentially StarCraft, but with a whole bunch of waves, you know? I think that there's... Yeah, you know, you just try to survive wave after wave. And it was just some little iPad app game. That sounds very dismissive. And I stand by it, honestly. But yeah, I was like, hey buddy, this looks cool. I bet you'd really like a real-time strategy game too. I was wondering if I could pull that off. Okay. All right, that's the best trick you're gonna get out of me tonight. I don't know where to go from there. So something gets us over to that place, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, well, Sid, you know, it's kind of hard to say at this point, because, like, you know, I feel like some of that stuff I would notice kind of gradually, but, like, and I will say that these days, I think, you know, TikTok and Instagram has really changed fashion around the country to where things things that used to take so much longer to you know, spread across the country, or styles, fashion choices, that kind of stuff really happens much more quickly now. It's kind of crazy. That's not to say that, like, you know, the averages are the same, because, you know, I would see like a lot of the same styles that I would see out here when I would go back home to Alabama. I would just see, you know, less of like fewer people doing it. It wasn't like as high of a critical mass, you know. But definitely huge styles when it comes to, like, when I was in school, and like yeah, the fashion, like for, you know, all the Greek life stuff I like stayed away from. I had like one friend who was Greek adjacent. This sounds what does he have against Greek people? No, I had one friend who was like a fraternity adjacent, frat adjacent, and that was about it. I didn't really spend much time around it, and it's its own world. In the Deep South, it's also like very entrenched in college, everything, and I will say, yeah, my partner noticed like a huge difference, I think, you know, in the way everybody dressed, like especially when it came to like sorority girls. You know, my wife had grown up in California and then went to Alabama on a big scholarship and stuff, and she's from a small town in California that was really not, I gotta figure out how to get up there, really not that crazy different from like kind of the life I had growing up. But it was still a very different, I think that particular style for... Almost there. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I did a terrible job answering that one, but I'm clearly having some trouble getting Mario around here. Thanks for being patient. Dude. I want to, let's game this out. I think if I can, it's just tricky to get to a couple of these. We'll get it though. There's also, can you walk on that pipeworks there? I don't know why you'd want to. All right, get up to that one. There you go, and with a little flourish at the end. I like that.
Wow, Mr. Sarcasm.
Hey, thank you guys for coming back and hanging. I'll just say I definitely, I feel like a little out of it, streaming-wise. Doing my best. I feel like I'm having trouble just putting the thoughts together and stuff, so been kind of out of the zone for a week. Thanks for hanging. Sorry to be slow to respond and doing my best. Thanks, Tater. We're working through it. We've got 4 more stars remaining, and one of those is going to be in Bowser's level. Ba-bum-bum-ba-bum-bum. I got to take the kids. Again, we had some family in town. Had my niece and nephew in town and stuff, and they thanks Rhodes. So hey, some streams that sounds nice, you know. Sounds like a good arrangement. I've got to spend a lot of time with the niece and nephew and do a little bit of gaming. when I could pull them away from their iPads. And Grandpa, old Uncle Ben, trying to get you to play some retro games. We did get some gaming in, though. Actually, shortly after they arrived, I could tell my nephew was, this is just, you know, rearing to go. He takes after me a lot. Very hyperactive child. I could see he was just amped up when he got here, and I was like, hey, well, would you want to play a game? Because at that point we hadn't. For the rest of the week, we would have the air mattress in here, and honestly, that thing is a beast, and it's a pretty good air mattress. And this one is, it just takes so long to. What are you gonna break it down every day? Da da da. So. After the first day, we couldn't get as much gaming done in this room because there's a giant air mattress down. But that first day, we played some Mario Party. I was like, what do you want to play? I was trying to steer him towards some Sonic just because that's what I wanted to play at the time. But just because that's the new jam for me. But yeah, I saw that, you know, I'm looking down here at the systems, and I think he saw the 64 and was like, oh, let's do this. He had played some from, you know, Nintendo Switch Online, but never the real 64. And he saw a Rumble Pack on my desk and was like, "What's this?" I'm so glad you asked. Yeah, we played some Mario Party 2. It was, we did like 2 games of Mario Party 2. Well, actually, the second game, he ran up and he hit. I think he was ready to wind it down, and we got to his particular mini game that sucked, and he got up in an impulse and turned the 64 off. Which, if you do that in the middle of a Mario Party game, is kind of isn't that sort of the equivalent of like just like flipping the game board, you know, like you're playing Monopoly and everybody's. You just had a bad round, and you're like, fuck this. Send the pieces flying. Yeah, we got a game and a half in of some Mario Party. That was pretty sweet. And then got to play a little Mario Kart 64 with them today. But we went to an arcade at one point, and this really sweet arcade I actually hadn't been to in a while. And you pay a set amount, and then you have unlimited access to the machines there, which has its own problem that I'll get into in a second. But yeah, this place is great. You pay an entry fee, and on one day out of the week, it's just $15 a piece. $15 a pop, and then you get unlimited. The place is open until like 11 at night or something. And they have a ton. They have several rows of arcade games, and then some other stuff too. Some, you know, the hoop toss and the skee ball and all that stuff. But before we went to that, my nephew went to go grab his iPad. He had just been hooked on this like tower defense game all week. Just down at the iPad so much. And I get it, you know, he's traveling. He's a kid that needs something to focus on. But there was a certain point when he was like, start going to grab the iPad. We're about to head out to go to this arcade. And guys, I felt so proud to say the words, "You're not going to need that where we're going." And my wife actually, she caught it. She heard me. She's like, "I know that's right." And yeah, took those kids to a arcade full of some classic and a couple new ones too. You're not going to need that iPad, dude. Ditch the iPad. We're not going to need that tower. We're not going to need that where we're going. It felt good to say those words. That was a really good time. It's cool to pay that flat fee and then just have unlimited gaming. The issue there being and maybe you guys have dealt with this. Have you ever been to an arcade where everything is set on free play? And seen that there is there can be a downside to that? The downside being nothing to do with like, oh, the place is busy or, you know, maybe free play and everybody's going crazy on the machines. The issue is that people have hit the start button a couple times and they've added a bunch of credits in. Or they have, on pinball, managed to get a 4-player game going on a single pinball machine. So you step up to that pinball machine, and I will say like half the games when you walked up to them were like currently in progress from their like last session, or again, someone had put in a bunch of credits or something. So what's the problem, right? Well, then that also means if you want a clean attempt at that game, you've got to like die through all these lives or, you know, whatever additional bullshit that adds of like, again, walking up to a pinball machine and it's like on ball 2 of player 2 out of a 4-player game. It's like, I didn't even know you could, I didn't even know these pinball machines would do that. Let 2 people play, 2 or more play a game. But honestly, it's cool. I like paying the admission fee, and once you're in, you're in. You got a bracelet. Come and go. Where's our last? Well, there's 2 more stars here, I guess. Give me 1 second. Let's take a look at our handy dandy guide. I think I should get a break. I could use a little brain break. Tricky Triangles is done. We are on, Niji no Kanata no Shima. Rainbow's Faraway Island, somewhere over the rainbow as the localization. Oh, I like that. I like that as a threat, you know, like, I'm warning you, you're not gonna like this, buddy, and I'm not gonna want to have to do it to you either. I'm warning you. All right, let's find this faraway island. Somewhere over the rainbow. I'd like to get a visual on this star, if I may. It's a vile weapon. Where? All right, we're trying to go over the... Okay, well, I see an island up there. Maybe we need to just ride the rails. Ride the rainbow for a while. I got a beach day in yesterday. I think that's part of why I'm a little tired. Well, in addition to having not slept that well this last week, but... Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. Hey, Murph, welcome. Thanks, Murph. Yeah, still at it. Took a week off because I had some family visiting, but yeah. But yeah, it might have been a little while since you've seen us, so yeah, man, I guess that maybe what I just said doesn't make any sense. But yeah, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. I'm trying to ease back in after a week off, so I'm kind of a little loosey-goosey.
Are you punky me? Like, is this? I mean.
How have you been, Murph? Hope you're well. It's good to see you. It's hot in here. Okay, one more attempt, and then I'm gonna get that break. I had to drop the controller for a second. Oop. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, glad you could stop by. This may be the last one where you know, the last stream on this game, and I've been rocking it every Friday for many, many weeks. Too many weeks, so it's cool to see folks pop in, and I'm hoping we can seal the deal, have this game finished tonight. There you go, Rhodes. Okay. Do. Story from the NES or Super NES days. All right. All right. Well, I had my nephew. Well, I had Star Fox. And this is I'm on the way taking them back to the airport. Yes. Starting a sentence with Uncle Ben. When I hear that, I'm like, man, I love these kids. It feels good to be the cool uncle. Oh yeah, he asked me if I knew Star Fox, and I was like, yeah, buddy, I know Star Fox. So, which one are you talking about? And he said the one on Super NES, which I have to admit, I don't know that I didn't know what he was gonna say, but I kind of. But didn't necessarily think it would be that one. It's a great one. It's the original. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I thought maybe, you know, you'd been playing some Nintendo Switch Online, played a little like the 64. Just heard people reminisce about Mario, Star Fox 64. But yeah, he was talking about the original one. So he had asked me if I'd ever played it, and I had to tell him that I had played it a little bit, but I thought it was really scary when I was a kid. I remember one neighbor having it, and I never went to this person's house that often. It was like a... Which way do we need to go? It was a... it's kind of a one-off thing, and I remember they had the game Star Fox, and I remember it was talking to me. Good luck. And, I mean, that and just the polygons and stuff looking crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, Murph. Yeah, well... Cool, well, yeah, I'm glad your schedule's returning to something, you know, resembling normal, and... That's good, man. Yeah, it's been a little wild here, too. I actually... Things have been really... crazy just in the couple weeks prior to this break, and I didn't realize how much I needed a break until I got one. So, very thankful. Yeah, man. Good luck. Hope things stay the good kind of busy, you know? Yeah. Oh, no worries. Yep, makes sense. You know what's funny is whoops. Oh. There's been a time or two that when I see your name on YouTube there, I always think of someone I know who had a similar name. And I even had one night when I was like, wait, is that the same person? And it was someone that I had done some comedy with at one point. And I still have to fight that. My brain always wants to do that, like, wait. You know, I don't know, it's just it's like a weird deja vu I get every time. So unless you have done comedy on stage with me, that I think I'm dealing with a different, different person of about the similar name, you know?
Are you punking me? Like, is this... I mean...
Where's this island? Where's the Love Island? Oh. Very funny. Yeah, I like a good anti-joke too. And I just had a lot of time to practice some... I realized, you know, you don't have to be of course I didn't realize this, but I'm only an uncle. And I was just hitting those dad jokes left and right. I love a good pun too. Yeah. I appreciate when people can do some wordplay. It's fun. You know, it's a different side of the brain. I don't think this is the way, Mario. I think you've gotten yourself into quite a jam. When I do wordplay, no, I don't. I don't usually. I think, well, you know, sometimes if they're of like a, you know, particularly sexual or you know, juvenile, you know, sometimes I think that those are gotta be the only times I'm ever like, hey, blah blah blah. It's, hey, I don't think it would be the wordplay, you know. At least if I do, I'd like to apologize, you know. Sounds good, Sid. I'll see you in a bit. I'll take a break myself soon. Sure, Rotes. Yeah, go ahead. I realized I didn't quite put a cap on that NES, SNES story, other than to just say, he told me that you know, I told him my experience with Star Fox was being really little and playing it at a neighbor's house, and it was... At the time, I was just so small that I couldn't really process what's going on, and it seemed kind of scary, and the enemies were scary. I thought it was really scary when Fox crashed and died, you know, dun, 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 which is just cool. The music is so cool, and sound effects and stuff for that game is awesome. And I really love that aesthetic now. What's funny is I told him, I was like, you know, it's interesting because, like, I think for a lot of people that style for the Super NES Star Fox looks really ugly these days. It seems like a lot of people don't like that, or wouldn't like that much. And he went, well, he's like, but also I think it's, you know, people appreciate it now, and maybe they didn't back then, or something like that. He said something along those lines about how, like, or it's aged well. Like, I think he even said that, like, it's... I think that look has aged pretty well, or something. I was like, oh, well, I get what you mean. It's clean. You see these clean polygons, and it has aged. And then we just talked a little bit about like 2D games on the SNES versus 3D on the 64. And at the time, we all thought that looked so much better, going to 3 dimensions. How could, you know... And that's why so many games on the 64 were 3D. They really wanted to push it, you know? They're like, hey, this is the new. We're pushing 3D now. But over time, people would say, oh, that early 3D stuff doesn't look good compared to pixel art at its freaking peak. More secondhand smoke in me, and was raised on insults and dick jokes. Well, you know, hey, the insults and dick jokes are good, but, you know, sometimes the wordplay is kind of like, you know, see, for me, that's the thing, right? With a clean wordplay, sometimes you get something someone hasn't really heard. Whereas I feel, if you're only going on the vulgar side, it kind of gets real, like your mom, you know, like your mom did this, you know, da-da-da. You know, it's I feel like it goes easy. Sometimes it's easy to go blue, you know? So, I hear you, man, and I like a good vulgar joke. I'm gonna kill Mario right now. Yeah. Well, you know, that's between you and Tater. I think there's a little bit of Tater in all of us. In fact, he's he's inspired us all. All right, I should get a break in because I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just like running on fumes. Oh, I didn't want to go here. 1 second. Let's go here. Let's go to this screen for just a second. It seems like it's mostly a one-way thing, though, man. You know, I hate to be that way, but I do see Tater write. I see him write nice things, but yeah, when it comes to the, you know, the sexy times,
The pounding.
it seems like he's just kind of out there, or you know, it's just like that's more a one-way directional.
The pounding.
You know, good stuff. Thanks for hanging, guys. This is a good one. But hey, I think we might make it to this guy. We'll see. I've got some tricky stars left, but we're trying to get to Bowser in the skies. Don't mean to toot my own horn here, but
All right, let's wet our whistles.
I'm talking about you know, wordplay earlier. This is not a great one. That's the thing about puns. You should shoot your shot, you know, because most of them are not going to be appreciated by people, but that's the world, you know. So I will say I appreciate those of you who will just put a pun out there, you know. Takes guts. Let's get a break in. I'll see you guys back here in just a bit. Thank you so much for hanging. Happy Friday. Again, I'm a little out of it today. It's been a crazy week, but yeah, doing my best. Thanks for hanging. I'm still having a blast. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Doesn't me.
Hey, yo, happy Friday, guys. Thank you. Had to take a nice long break, but I'm back. Feels good. First stream in a little while, and we're taking on a big one. The big guy himself, Bowser, in fact. Trying to defeat Mario's arch nemesis. Man, if only I had a counter. How many times have I been working towards beating Bowser in my life? It's gonna be a lot fewer than someone who speedruns all day, but still. It's gotta be a lot. Alright. 4 stars remain. We're working on... Let's see, what is this? Rainbow's Faraway Island. This is the literal translation. Somewhere over the rainbow. And 100, I guess 100 coins as well. Good stuff. This guy is, it's tricky because his coins will go flying when they come out. They bounce and roll. They can roll off the edge, can't they? Yep. I just want to see the physics, you know? Alright, my next Twitch channel will just be like, I don't know, physics of these coins rolling across. Just footage of coins doing different things. Rolling across these surfaces. Love that that was a grab. What a guy, Mario. Where's this island? It's not a good place to stop and see what's going on. There's like a little rainbow ring. Do we have to ride the ship? We actually ride the ship on this one. I think that's the deal. Isn't that the deal? Versus just, I think we just got a star out of it the last times. Went right up there and got ourselves a...
That is a disgusting act. Mamma mia.
I want to beat this game tonight.
Yeah, we're hearing that this is a big deal.
All right, here we go. One more. I want to get hit by that thing every time on principle. It's been my good luck charm so far, I guess. There you go, Mario. Look at this guy. Come on. I just love the flying kick. Alright. Lost a coin down there, but hopefully we can still make ends meet, get 100. That's cool. It's a good way to do that. Grab the bomb. Thanks, Bob. I still don't know where the, you know, I still don't know how to get to the star, but I think we just take one of those paths all the way up to the ship once again, and this time it's gonna row. It's gonna do its magic. Mario's got the moves. God damn it.
Hello there.
Dude, Mystery, welcome. How are you? Play Mario. Oh God, don't die here. Don't get set on fire either. This is an awesome angle. How are you, Mystery? What's up? Happy Friday. It's been a good week for me. I had my family in town. They're gone at this point. Everybody's on the way back home. Where are the rest of these? Are they in the maze? They're somewhere in the maze. But yeah, just putting things back together, you know. Had a pretty small apartment space that had a bunch of family. So everybody's adjusting back. But yeah, it was an awesome week. So had a great week spending some time with some family. Went to the beach yesterday, which I do very rarely. Yeah, I hope you're good. So we still have 2 of these, but I only got one of those blue coins. That's a big L. Come on, man. Mario. We talked about this, man. This was a fun family trip too, just because a lot of the destinations I was also like, there's usually something I'm like, all right, awesome. I mean, an aquarium, that's easy. Little Tokyo, come on. Right? You know there's something for you know there's something for your uncle there, you know? It was a fun trip. Yeah. Get that.
Give me a hell yeah!
This level is fun. I wonder how many of these stars I got as a kid. Because when I got to this point of the game, I'm always in a hurry to beat Bowser. And yeah, I would fire the game up and play a bit, but like, I never got 120 stars as a kid. Okay, which way is the frickin'... this way for the ship. Okay, there's that ring there. I think we just get on the ship. I don't know. I don't know that we have to climb that ring. No, okay. We're about to go higher than it anyway. Just helps you avoid all this stuff. Easy does it. Okay, right. And now we're to the ship. Am I to... Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Fuck! I'm good. Just kidding.
Oh!
Alright, let's play this game. Do, 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 do. We're throwing controllers. Calm it down, buddy. Get me to the boat. Getting 100 coins on this. This is going to be a Herculean effort. Let me fix this mic. Where is it? We're good. I can't get comfortable in this space lately, man, and I had to redo it too. I don't know what I need, but I think some of it is these like armrests and stuff. I don't have a good... I got no lumbar, you know? And I feel exposed without the lumbar support. I'm exposed to the world, man. Get the coins.
Oh!
We'll try to get 100. Try to get 100 of them. Okay. You should probably just kick those guys, eh? Do 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 do. I want 100 coins. This is the one. I don't know what's up with that blue switch, though. I'm missing a lot of coins there. I need to try to figure out where those other ones are. Sweet. So there's a warp, like somewhere. I don't remember what's up with it, but... found it by accident last time we played this. Oh, that's good. Got a little cold brew kicking off tonight. Goodbye, Mario, and good night.
Mamma mia!
Just do a little Mario solo. A jump solo. I love jump soloing to the music. Little punch, little kick. Okay, now at this point it's all survival, not so much rhythm. Alright, I'll go for 100 coins, I think. Let's do 100 coins. Going all the way. I'm taking it to an island in the sky. So So where are all these blue coins? Ooh. Oh, okay. So yeah, I see the one right there, of course. You can't see anything. Are there others up top? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh shoot, so you're supposed to wall jump this? Wow, okay. I don't know that I think I've totally forgotten about those. I wasn't sure what the... I thought it looked like the same little blue blips that I was seeing down there on a confirmed coin. Nice. See, it's good to not play this game a million times. Then you play it like a dumbass, like me. And you have a ball doing it. I should add. Like a delight, you know, you're delighted at the things you've forgotten. Or maybe it never even known. Get the fuck.
I'm gonna break my...
Oh, there you go, Mario. Freaking hero. Okay, well, maybe we can, I'll see how many coins I get here, but we still have at least one star to get outside of the 100 coin one. So let me just go ahead and work on that too, because... Although, how many blue coins did we miss? I could like really cut down on having to do a full section of this. This is not necessarily the easiest level to explore from one corner to the next. A little precarious. God bless it, Mario. We love you. Where's number 8? Where's number 8? Bingo, bingo. Glad we talked to the little Bob-omb as well. I didn't see where their cannon is. Hello. What is going, Mario? Where's the... Let it fall. I just wanted to see if I could find it. Got one more, I guess, eh? There's no way I survived to get the, No way I survived it on this run to get 100 coins and get the star. Haven't made it to the island yet. Alright. Oh, we just need to get the ship again, right? I'll work towards 100, see what we can get. I think the margins are kind of thin here, and it's just a tough, again, it's like a tough level to move around on. I'll come back for that. Come back for the Shy Guy. There you go, buddy. Come on, get the blocks. Hey, thanks for hanging, guys. Sorry, I'm feeling quite tired and been out of it this week. Haven't slept that well. Had some family stuff. Energy drained. Come on, push through, Mario. Look, I can't wuss out because I know this guy's going through hell for us, and I see the red star. The rather red coin. Jeez Louise. Look at that red coin. Oh. Look at it. Don't. All right, there we go. There we go. Over there in Tetris Land. Let's go.
Excuse me, princess.
All right. Let's give another go at it. There you go. We don't want that star.
Wow, man, freaked out.
Hey. Sure. The math doesn't work out, Rotes. I understand. Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging, man. Yeah. I hope you have a good weekend, buddy. Yeah, man. Good seeing you too. When are you going to be streaming again? Thanks for hanging, dude. I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub. All right, let's see. About to ride a carpet. Oh, cool. All right, man. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Taking over every day of the week. Now, you know that contractual obligation we were talking about. That's a one-way street on that one. You guys can't stream every day. Sweet, man. That's right. You got your weekend coming up. Well, yeah, dude. Well, good luck with everybody else's weekend. And right. Yeah. Good luck getting through everybody else's weekend, and yeah, I hope you get to yours and can enjoy it. I'll be stopping by to say hello. Thanks, man.
Wow, man, freaked out.
Mamma mia.
About had it with this Mario guy. I don't mean that. Thanks, Rhodes. Thanks, dude. Have a good one.
I bid you good night, good night, good night, good night.
One more go of it. We're on the 0th life. I say one more, I really just mean another.
This is a lot of fun, but what are the practical implications of what we're seeing here?
Shall we hit the 100 coins? I don't know. I want to. I remember this taking a long time last time. Scoins, dude.
I'm exhausted.
Game over.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do a little meditative exercise that is actually built into this game. And I don't think people talk about it in this capacity often enough. The wow factor of this, right? You first turn the 64 on, everybody talks about, you know, ding, the coin sound, we love it, etc., etc. It's been done a million times. But coming back to this in the game over, and instantly giving you a way to, like, a way to build something, create something, change the world around you, right? In a time when you feel frustrated, helpless, sad, you're probably pretty angry, like I was. And I don't know, it's the equivalent of like, yeah, you know, you might have heard like, oh, play Tetris after a traumatic event. I feel like that's the Mario, they built that into the game with something like that in mind. And even if it wasn't in mind, it's, again, I just died. Game overed. But I'm back to this screen, and after a little bit, I can't be so mad when I'm looking at some, you know, I've turned Mario into some doofus. You know, I mean, my jaw's hurting just trying to, I don't know, I can't look at this and not try to make that face. What's up? What's up, Nick? Welcome, man. Welcome. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, well, thanks for hanging, man, and I know I'm running late. I'm gonna give this another couple tries, but I guess we have a few stars left. I guess there could always be a finale. If, there's... I also don't know... I gotta look through and see what I'm missing, but... we could have our work cut out for us. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging, and hope you can get some sleep. Or wind her down soon. Sounds nice.
Let me go home.
Man, what a journey, dude. I've been playing this game most Fridays, and I'm going back in here. I don't even need to be here, but just walking into this hallway and seeing this great boo and big Teresa. Yeah, man. What a ride. It's been fun. Let me get back up to the tower. Yeah, it is, and you know, I had trouble too, even just with the space, because I tried a different lighting setup and I like it, but I had a really hard time just, you know, in between just trying to figure out where to put the screen behind me and how to decorate and stuff. I want to get some good furniture for this room at some point, or also maybe have like just like a small, like, love seat or something. I'm just sitting in an office chair, so I either need the gaming throne or I want to be on a comfortable, small, you know, couch kind of thing. Tiny sofa. Yeah, in that, I did have to like get all the, you know, mic stuff going again. God damn it. Are we that spent, Mario? That's not how it's done, anyway. Mario said.
Call for the captain ashore, let me go home.
Let's go.
Let me go home. Why don't they let me go home?
I think we've all been there, you know. What a universal feeling. I want out of this. I want to go home. This phone sucks. I dropped my phone too. This thing, look at this thing. Connection lost. Come on. Also, like I just had the just lost the soundboard again, but we got a nice gnarly nice rip. It had some pretty sweet colors for about a day. And yeah. Now it just looks like a collapsed vein or something. I don't know. Do do do, weepa do do do. You know what, guys? This is crazy, but I might be a little spent. I wanted to try to finish this game, but you know, when it ain't there, it ain't there. I apologize. It's yeah. I've had a great week. I wore myself out going to the beach last night, and well, not last night, but yesterday. Peak sun time, you know. No regrets. Had a good time. Not much of a sand guy. I will say.
I'm tired.
Me too, Mario. We're just gonna leave it right here. What a nice scene. Falling asleep right here. Come on. Okay, soundboard. All right, here it is. Thank you. Come on, I'm looking for something good, like a hell yeah or a.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Hey!
116 stars. We can wrap those final 4 up. I wonder what they are. Let me make sure I know what it is. So we have 2 here. We have, or let's see. Yeah, right. We have the 6th and 7th star here. So there's 2. And then I saw that it was Little Big, you know, whatever that one is. Little Big Island, or I always forget. Yeah, just 46 coins on our high score there. That's pretty sweet. That's 3. Okay, and then 4 is Bowser's. Yeah, Bowser in disguise. Bowser in disguise. Well, shit, we didn't make it to him. That's okay. Let's go here, guys.
I'm tired.
You want to do it next week? I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging. I apologize. It's been a long week. I didn't realize how tired I was until I couldn't get things set up. And then once things started rolling, I was like, holy shit. It's going to be a rough one. Thank you guys for hanging. I did have a great time. I appreciate you coming through. Thanks for the sub. And yeah, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I'll do a little collage for you. And I'll see you next week. We'll play some Earthbound on Monday. Do it again on Wednesday. And then this game on Friday. See you next week. Adios.
What's going on, man?
Freaking what up, dude?
Oh, excuse me, princess.
Who the hell are you, anyway?
This is a dud.
You want some of this, bro?